What's up, YouTube? This is Teddy from SFT, and today is Thursday, 4/24, and we are on day 11 of this 20 Apex account challenge, and today was a really rough day. Come along for the ride. Let me show you. I only took 2 trades today, but both of them were losses. I was able to walk away from the charts after the 2 losses. I maxed my daily loss limit, and I was done for the day. It just wasn't my day today. So today was very bullish. Okay. Let's go down to the calendar here. You'll see this is my biggest loss, my biggest red day so far in the challenge. For whatever reason, I got a little bit ahead of myself. I had 3 green days prior to this. I upped my risk per trade to about $350 roughly instead of 300. And yeah, I mean, this was a bullish day. So for me, I like to short the market. I'm not like a permanent like bear, but I like to short the market. I just like to go short. Not always, but if you look at my stats, I go short a lot, and I'm constantly looking for the short setups. For me, I'm comfortable going short to the point where I actually look at an inverted 3-minute chart on TradingView on one of my screens because I just like the way it looks. The short setups to me, as opposed to the long setups. And, again, it's not that I'm a perma bear. It's not that I think the market's always going down, but I just like to look for the short setups. It's just something I like to do. And when we have a market like today where it just continuously pumped, from the friggin' open from this morning, basically at 4:30 in the morning till basically after close, it's still pumping. It's just, I notoriously just don't do well in those markets. And that is something that I have to work on for sure. And I made some mistakes today. I know exactly where I went wrong today, and I took some notes, and I'm going to really try to adjust, moving forward on this challenge because they were really they're rookie mistakes. I shouldn't have made them. I should have been looking for bullish setups. Instead, I was looking to fade the whole move. I'm like, there's no way this thing's it's going to reverse. I'm going to find a setup here. I'm going to see a lower high. I kept looking for the lower high, and I got faked out 2 times, and it took me for full stop loss twice. So I didn't even get a chance to go break even on these trades, which is not typical, but it just shows you that like it was super bullish today. So let's dive into these trades here. Okay, first trade was at 11:02. We're going to look at it. Let's start on the 15-minute chart, all right? And we'll just take a look at the 15 minutes. So, you can see here, it took a short right after a 15-minute bullish hammer formed. Should have been looking only for long since this market was so bullish. Starting out in the morning, 4:45 in the morning, this thing just completely pumped. And one of the things that I really look at is market structure. For whatever reason, I just was ignoring the 15-minute market structure. And as you can see here, we were making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows all day. And the market structure in the 15-minute never broke bearish, right? So it just continued to stay bullish the entire day. If you look at this thing, the market structure here, there's not one of these higher lows is ever broken. So what you really want to see, typically to see the, reversal is you want to see, you're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then you want to see this higher low break. And you usually get like a retest of that area. And then you'll get your bearish signal around here. And that's usually like the reversal move they look for. That's when I'm usually talking about, looking for a higher low. That's usually what I'm looking for. But for whatever reason, I wasn't paying attention to the 15-minute chart. I had it on one of my screens, but I was in this mindset. And sometimes I get super zoned in and super focused on a setup and an idea. And I got to work on that. Something I definitely have to work on because I get committed to this idea. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take a short and I'm waiting for this specific setup. And it just never came. And I should have been looking at this 15-minute market structure because if I would have said, you know what, let's look for long setups. And the thing that really irks me is when I went for this setup and I'm going to show you in a 3-minute chart, I peered over to my other monitor and I saw the 15-minute bullish hammer, okay, on the 15-minute. I saw that. I saw it literally form and I was like, ooh, I'm going to short right after that. Because it was after it closed and I was looking for a short setup and I'm like, that's risky, man. But I was convinced because we had hammer down and, but again, we go in there's no bearish market structure here. So this is a total fake out candle. We got a bullish candle right after it. And then when we come in on the 3-minute, you can see here, Well, basically what I saw was I saw this hammer down candle on the 3 minute. Okay. I saw that form. So we could actually go to a replay. I was checking this out before. We could go into 3 minute and we'll go to the exact time where I took that short. So let's see. Okay. So here's the replay mode with True Trade Zello, which is pretty cool. We'll just run it through here. So essentially here's what I saw. I did have a key level up here. So, I was debating on taking this hammer down, even though it was green. I was debating on taking this as my signal, and I'd taken it for a 1-to-1, which it would have hit perfect. I would have hit a 1-to-1 right there, no problem. And I didn't take it because I thought I want my lower high, and that's exactly what I thought this was. I was like, all right, so this was the manipulation move. I figured, I'm like, okay, well, we did a fake out move here. We manipulated it up here to grab some of the liquidity here, and we came up, grabbed liquidity here, and now we came down. Now I thought we were going to create a lower high and we were going to trade down. So that's kind of what I was looking at, and that's what I had in my mind. Like, okay, this thing's going to reverse here. But again, not paying attention to the 15-minute chart where I had a 15-minute hammer up signal right before this. So this was at 11:02 or 2 is when I entered. So literally that 15 minutes, boom, 10:45 candle was a hammer up candle, and I'm looking for a short. Major mistake. Definitely should have listened to that myself. My intuition was telling me that it's super dangerous. Don't take it. It's risky. But I decided to take it. So we'll play this out here, and I'll show you the exact candle that I thought was a good signal candle for me. I thought for sure this was, again, going to be the lower high. So I'm basically just watching market play out here. I'm watching this candle form. I'm like, all right, here we go. We have a bearish engulfing. It's starting to form, and that's where I entered. You can see there. I took the short right there. I was thinking, okay, at the close, right here, stop loss at the high, and I was going to go for actually a 2-to-1. I'm like, we're definitely going to break this low here. I'll go for a 2-to-1. That's kind of what I was thinking on this move here, because if it's reversal, I'm like, this thing will probably trade down to this low. That's kind of what I was thinking. So, and as you can see, like almost immediately the price traded against me. So like I didn't even have an opportunity to go break even here, which, basically just took me right out on the next candle. So I got smoked, like literally in the next candle. Super frustrating. I actually contemplated going long here, because sometimes what happens was when I get a false reading like that and then it goes the other direction, you have a bullish engulfing, you a lot of times that will hit. And I was debating on it, but I was like, no, I didn't do it. And it would have hit actually. If you play this out, that actually would have played, but I didn't take it. So let's go back to the other trade. I'll show you the second trade of the day. This is the second trade of the day. This was at 11:45. Same thing. Well, we'll look at the 3 minute, same 15-minute structure. There was no bearish signals at all. And same thing. I was looking for a lower high in bullish market. Stop trying to pick the reversal after crazy bullish or bearish momentum. And I have my stats. So I track my stats through here too. I have my different signals, bearish engulfing, counter trend. You can't see it here, but it says counter trend. That's one of my mistakes. Counter trend trading. I have to stop doing that. Like, if you run the reports here, which I'll show you real quick here. If you come into the reports, it's pretty cool. You can check your by your mistakes. I have my mistakes. They're all custom, like whatever. I have counter trend late in the move, no 3-minute signal bar. This was no mistake, perfect setup, but I still took an L, which does happen. They don't smack every time. It's not 100%. Reversal attempt, and then this stop loss management is green because that's typically if like I went to break even and it would have hit full take profit, and I went to break even, so I was still profitable, but I still consider it a mistake because it's like I didn't get my full TP, right? But basically, you can see here, counter trend trading is my biggest. This is specifically only for this 20 account challenge that I've been trading for the last 2.5 weeks or so. This counter trend trading is what's killed me. So moving forward on this challenge, I'm 100% going to take the responsibility and accountability to, I'm not taking a counter trend trade. It's just that simple. I'm going to, even if I have to sit out a little bit longer waiting for another setup, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to be really looking out for that 15-minute market structure. And because sometimes a 3-minute market structure will throw you off. It'll look like it broke the low, and then you think it's going to reverse, but then it goes the other direction. So it's not as accurate as following like a 15-minute market structure. So I'm going to pay attention to the 15-minute market structure. I'm going to pay attention to the 15-minute candles, and if I see any candles, specifically if we're in a bullish market structure and I got a bullish candle on a 15-minute, there's no way I'm going to try a short on the very next 15 minutes. Okay, so that's one of the things that I've really going to take home with me after today's trading. But let's go into this second trade here. Again, 1144. Same thing. I'll show you on the replay. I think it's kind of cool to look at on the replay. So we'll go to 1144. We'll come up here. 1140. Let's see. 1140. Let's see. 1039. There you go, 1139. So same type of setup here. Like I was thinking, all right. But even on a 3-minute, like you see here, I don't have really any market structure shift here or anything. I mean, I have, we're making higher highs, higher lows. As you can see here, higher highs, higher lows is on a 3-minute, higher highs, higher lows. We equal lows here, or equal lows there. A little bit of a higher low. Higher high, higher low. So we're still bullish here, and I'm looking for a short. Market structure shifted a little bit here. Yeah, you broke this high, but it's on a 3-minute. Like that's like a local high. Really, that's not like a main high. Like if you broke this high down here, or this low, I'm sorry. If it broke this low down here, okay, then it's a market structure shift. And that's kind of where I was just blindsided today. I was just trying to fade this move. But as you can see here, this is bullish. This is a little bit of consolidation here, but it's still bullish market structure. And this little pullback here is just, it wasn't enough, even though it broke this low here and it broke this low, it's not enough to say, oh, I'm going to take a short here. And that's exactly what I did. I mean, let's watch it play out here, but you'll see kind of what I was seeing. I'm again thinking this was going to be the lower high for my reversal, and basically just sat here, waited for the setup, saw this candle forming, and said, all right, well, that's a little bit of a doji candle. Maybe it's a reversal here. The entry was on the 1144 candle, so it's coming up. So let's see, 1143. So here we go. We have a bearish engulfing here. And let's see. Okay, I'm on the 3-minute. That's what's going on. Okay, so here we go. So that was on the 1-minute. Same things, market structure, the same thing. I was talking on the 1-minute, but this is the 3-minute. And you can see here, bearish. So I had a bearish engulfing. It seems to be a lower high, right? It seems like we might be rolling over here. And this is a lower high, and we're going to roll over. But again, I had no bearish market structure in a 15. So this is a counter trade, high risk, and it didn't pan out. So my second trade of the day, I took an L. Within like 2 candles. And again, didn't even have an opportunity to go break even, which it tells you you're off sides. You're not in the right direction of the trend. And, it just wasn't a good call on my end, like a rookie mistake, like to go counter trend trading 2 times in a row and not kind of adjust after the first one. It was a mistake on my part for sure. And again, I mean, just the market structure, just to go over it again on a 3-minute, you can see here, I mean, we are in bullish market structure. This is not bearish market structure. I mean, we didn't even break this low here, so we're still bullish, in this market structure here. And that's something I pay attention to because it does matter. And as you can see, the counter trend trading it does not work for me. In my strategy, it doesn't work. Maybe for other guys, there are other strategies, maybe on a lower time frame, but for my time frame, my strategy, my signals, it doesn't work. And today was obvious. But so yeah, took a pretty big L today, but it's all good. I'm positive about the future here because let's just go over a couple things. I'll show you real quick. Let's see. So trade of 8, I'm not in there right now, but basically I'm down to 1,700 in drawdown. So I have $1,700 left, which I got down to 700 and I built it back up to like 25, or whatever, 2,600. So now, I'm down to 1,700. So it's not horrible. I'll probably lower my risk, tomorrow. Instead of going for 350, I'll probably do 275, somewhere around there. Try to build this back up again. I have some personal things going on, so I don't think I know for a fact I'm not trading the New York session in the morning, and I may trade in early session. So I may trade around 7 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes there's some good setups around 7 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to get up a little bit extra early tomorrow because I have some stuff to do during the day. So if I see the price action and it looks juicy, I'm going to jump on the charts and see if I could get a trade or two in the AM. If not, I'm going to try to possibly trade in the afternoon because I believe next week I'm taking the week off, unfortunately, making good momentum here on this challenge. But I have a baby coming on Sunday. So definitely the baby is definitely coming on Sunday. So I will definitely be taking some time off next week for the family. And I'll be right back at this challenge, those, probably towards the end of next week and definitely the following week. And I'm excited to see this through. And that's it, man. That's where I'm at. And hope you guys are getting some value out of this. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up anytime. Hit me up on YouTube or whatever. You can find me on X as well. So my handle is Teddy _Slack, SLACK. All right, guys. Thanks and appreciate it. And talk to you guys soon.